Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Short Score. This is our news edition of the Score podcast that we come out with every week. So welcome again. All right, everybody. Hey, I just got back from Texas. I was at the wildfire in Hamilton, Texas all weekend. And when I say at the wildfire, I wasn't at the wildfire arena. I was at the wildfire roping at the Circle T Arena in Hamilton. So it's a little different than it has been in years past. It's the second year of the edition in Hamilton. Mm-hmm. So I got to see what we have been calling the Clay Smith Show.
Yeah, no kidding.
We've all laid witness to the Clay Smith Show that's been going on this last couple months, I guess, in professional team roping. Clay obviously won the Open, the straight open wildfire roping, with his partner Jake Long, who he is winning everything with. They're currently winning San Angelo. They broke the arena record at San Angelo with the 3.5 just a couple days after winning the Open. And shout out to Clay and Jake, who also, I heard, won the 16 switch ender at Robertson Hill.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so they can win on both ends. They've proven currently that they can win on both ends. And then we got to watch Clay Smith win the Gunslinger the next morning. He swapped horses, wins the Gunslinger with Junior Nogueira. So we talked to them too. That was the stories are on the website about that. And here in a minute, you're going to be able to hear Clay and Jake talking after their Open win. So that was exciting. It was a cool weekend. If you've never been to the Circle T in Hamilton, I highly advise you go. What an awesome weekend. It had something for everybody. It had a breakaway, a Rope Like a Girl breakaway that was won by Abigail Hampton, who's somebody you grew up with or knew in California.
Newer, yeah.
Just
Just from the high school rodeos.
Yeah, she grew up so tough. Those walking fresh calves were something.
Jeez.
They were real walking fresh, as walking fresh. They were the very definition of walking fresh, large calves. So that was cool. It was fun watching.
It would be fun.
It was Western. It was very Western. And then the 11, Gary and Dustin Johnson won the 11. They won $35,000. So, and I know Ricky Bolin won the 9. And we got to start saying 11.5, 9.5. Ricky Bolin won the 9.5 with another former bull rider. So that was cool. You'll be able to look for those stories. And we're going to have the videos actually from this week on our website too. And we're waiting for the producers to kind of get us some really cool footage. So that'll be on our website. Another thing that's on our website is going to be this week. We're going to have videos from the NTRL finals in Jacksonville. JX2's roping. They did a great job, produced some really cool videos. So we're getting those videos uploaded this week. We're going to do a better job with video this year and get some more stuff. And also some videos from X Factor. We'll have those kind of rocking and rolling in the next couple weeks. So just kind of looking forward to what we've got going. That's a little bit of it. All right. In the rest of the pro rodeo world, Clayton Van Aken and Cullen Teller, one of our hometown mountain circuit teams,
Won Rapid City.
They won Rapid City. They won about
5,000, a little over 5,000.
A little over 5,000. I saw JD Yates won a little bit. The Mountain State circuit standings are already getting interesting because of that. Those guys did a heck of a job. That was one of our co-approved rodeos. So, heck yeah. So these American Cowboy 10 qualifiers are hot and heavy. Caitlin, you are going to be at the American Cowboy 10 in a couple weeks, right?
I am.
Yes.
I am. Working on travel right now.
Booking your flights. Everybody let us know where the cool places are to stay.
Yeah.
They're in Arlington, I guess. Caitlin is getting ready to head there. So that'll be fun and exciting. Caitlin will get to do her very first edition of the podcast all by herself with the winners of the American Cowboy 10.
Pre-apologies.
So Caitlin, you're gonna get the hang of this. We're both still getting the hang of this. So, hey everybody, and before you go, we're gonna leave you with the interview with Clay Smith and Jake Long after they won the Wildfire Open. They're so impressive, and I think one of the interesting things you're gonna hear with this is that they have a string of backup horses a mile long. That if something happens to Marty and Colonel, who they've been doing all their winning on, it's gonna be a big deal, but not as big of a deal as it would be for other teams because these guys are stacked in the horsepower department. So enjoy this interview. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Jake, do you want to give a shout out to whoever made those halters that you were very invested in right now?
Yeah, Wyatt Cox. They're pretty rank. I don't know if he's got a business name or what he's calling himself, but we ain't going with that. We're just going to go with how about Wyatt Cox Inc.?
Wyatt
Is that
Cox
good enough?
Inc. Wyatt Cox Inc. halters.
Yeah. I think he should make me some free ones since I paid for 2 and gave him a plug.
It's pretty bad that we have to talk about the rope halters that are in your hand at this point because I have nothing left to ask you to. Have you ever been on a roll like this before?
I don't know that I have. It's been really good. Hopefully we can keep it going, keep roping like we're supposed to, and I think it'll keep rolling pretty good.
Walk us through the roping, steer by steer, kind of. Any bobbles or?
The first steer we had was terrible to heel, and Jake pulled off a really good shot. The most important run of the whole roping, first steer. And then we kind of talked after that. It seems like to win a roping like this, you have to get by one steer. That we drew good steers, but that steer was one to fall down, and I probably didn't do a good job, and he healed the fire out of him. And then after that, it was just kind of we got tapped off, and we drew good steers, and he healed them as soon as possible every time, and it was just everything fell into place, and it just was meant to be type deal.
I mean, I don't want to insult you. You're the reigning champ of the world. You've been great your whole life. Do you feel more tapped off than ever? Do you feel like, how do you process how you're roping right now?
It's just, I guess, we're just, maybe it's God's time telling us this is our time to win. I don't know, other than, we've all put in the work, so, it ain't like I would like to say that I outwork people, but I know all of us at this level work hard at it, so you can't say it's just work because everybody works, but I've been blessed with really good horses and then got an outstanding partner, and so, we're supposed to do good, but sometimes it don't happen that way, and it just, everything's lining up, and we're getting tapped off really good, and our horses are working super good, I think, and we just hope we can stay doing the same thing.
Jake, what else is in your arsenal other than Colonel? Obviously Colonel's amazing, and you've got a backup horse that you rode at one of our photo shoots. I forget what you called it. Ironman, and you had him at the finals. Yep. What other horses are in your string?
And I'd say the 2 that are kind of knocking on the door of getting in there would be, I bought a horse from Trevor Kirchenschlager. I call him CJ. He's 6 years old. He's a roan, and Clay probably rides him better than I do. He's won more money heeling on him than I have, but he's really, really good, and he's going to get even better and be better, and I'm looking forward to him in the future. And then I've got another horse that I got from Dixon Flowers. We call him Super Duty. I think he's 9, and we've had some battles of getting along with each other, but I've made some pretty good strides here lately, and I rode him in the Pro-Am, and he's really, really working good. He's just, he's a little tougher to ride, and he's not as forgiving as all my other ones, but he's as talented. It's rough to say that, I guess, with Colonel, but he's probably as talented a horse as I've ever rode. He just, we're having to learn how to trust each other still, so.
Clay, everybody talks about Marty. Your Gray's so amazing, but you've got Ransom. What else is in your string?
My in-laws, between me and my in-laws, it's been pretty good. My in-laws have really good horses, and they have the yellow that came from Wren that I'm going to ride a lot starting now. Tomorrow I'm going to bring him back down here, and I'm pretty excited about getting to ride him a lot. And then, I've got a 5-year-old that's been doing really good. My sister-in-law won something on the Pro-Am on him. Pretty excited about him. And then I have a couple of young ones that I'm bringing up. It takes a long time, but pretty fortunate to have 2 or 3 right now that's been doing pretty good for me.
So it's just not like you guys just have Marty and Colonel, and if something were to happen, there'd be a bind. But
right, we'd be silly to say that. If something didn't happen to those horses, that in the back of our minds, it would be like, man, because they've been great. Colonel obviously, and Marty's been doing good, but we feel like that if something happens, that's in our sport. Like, we have to be prepared to where tomorrow, if they're done, then we have to be able to carry on. So we have to keep thinking about that. So I think we have enough horsepower to get us by.
Jake, are you going to help him at the timed event?
I'm not. That's actually, I think, I don't know if you'd call it a Smith family tradition. I don't know that I want that pressure either. His brother does a great job. He does both ends, so he heads way better than I head. And so
there's footage of him heading, and it's beautiful.
We did win a 16 at Austin Robertson's. Was that last night? That was last night. I mean, we're kind of.
I was way more excited about winning that than I probably was today.
More excited, but I mean, I don't want you to think differently than me. I'm still just a person, but I did win the 16 heading last night. So it was way more nerve-wracking. We had to be 10 in the short range.
Did you head on Colonel? Because I have footage of you heading on Colonel.
I got a picture from that photo shoot, that very first photo shoot. But no, he hadn't headed a steer in a long time. His workloads went down a lot from what it used to be. He used to get a lot of it, but his workload is way down. No, it's pretty fun though. But no, I think Jake's helped you every year maybe that you've been in it, and so that's.
He normally hazes for me too, but he's not doing that this time. He said he's way too nervous to haze for me too, because if something happens, and that's the only time me and him's ever got into it is over bad hazes, or I thought were bad hazes, but they're probably good, and I fall off underneath the horse, and so.
I'll be back in Morgan Mill lighting candles and praying while that timed event's going on.
I don't blame you, because last year it didn't put you out for very long though. Last year.
No, I broke my small bone in my leg, but it wasn't. It was a good deal. I mean, it was the perfect kind of situation if you're going to break a bone. But anyway, no, it didn't. We went back to. I was off a couple days, and so it was fine.
Is Ransom getting the timed event call again?
Mm-hmm. I'll ride Ransom up there and heel on something. I don't know what I'm going to heel on yet. Jake's got a good roan, but I don't know if I can pry him away from him.
Ain't doing nothing. Gain 30% of 100,000. That'd be pretty good. Is that what a heel horse brings up there?
I think so. All right, guys. I guess I have nothing left to ask you. I'm really excited for you guys, and it's been awesome to watch. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for listening. And remember, we've got a cool episode coming this week. We do.
Ooh, I can't believe we just forgot to tell you that before. This week on The Score is Cesar de la Cruz, who has been one of my kind of oldest allies in my career. He has been there from the beginning and always willing to help. And this episode, I love when we get a chance to talk about how people grew up, especially people who didn't grow up in maybe a more traditional team roping background with lots of money and lots of horses and lots of trailers. Cesar talks about the way he grew up in South Tucson, and I think listening to stories like this are really valuable because when people speak their truth, a lot of people get more out of it than they could ever realize. So Cesar, thank you so much for being so candid. Everybody, listen for the episode. That drops on Thursday, February 7th. So everybody just enjoy that. Thanks so much for listening. Remember to subscribe to this podcast. Remember to like and share it on Facebook with your friends, and remember to leave us a review. You don't know how far that really goes. It goes a long way in letting us keep telling these stories. So thanks, everybody.